How did Germany become rich and powerful? Although its name may not directly appear among the richest countries in the world, Germany has reached this status through hard work, technology, know-how, and also with the support of America. Today, Germany is the central father of the European Union, the mother of the European Union. Let's not be sexist, right at the center. They are ruling the world together with America, with England, and with Israel. So how did Germany get to this point? There is a link in the description section, which I didn't include in the video. You will see Berlin in 1900, and in color, the Berlin of 1900. Right below that, there is another link from YouTube. There, you will see post-war Berlin in 1945. In the two videos, you see how an incredibly beautiful Berlin collapsed and was devastated in 1945. World War II struck two countries. One was Japan, the other was Berlin. America hit both of them. Do you know what America did to both? It took them by the hand and lifted them up. This prevented Russia from taking it. Supporting Germany ensured Russia did not take it. Although Germany was divided into East and West, America later took the East from the Russians. We will discuss the aid from the Marshall Plan after World War II shortly. The question is, how did Germany come to own so many brands that you see on the screen now? All of the brands you see on this screen are German. And all these brands sell to the world. Yes, in Turkey, the products you have are labeled made in, and even some of the engines for the tanks we will be acquiring were made in Germany. Therefore, all the brands you see on the screen right now are German. So, how did Germany come to this point? How did Germany become strong enough to govern the world? Let's take a look. Welcome. Wealthy countries have abundant natural gas resources, plentiful oil resources, gold flowing from their lands, and so on. Germany does not have such resources. For example, countries like the Netherlands and Norway have coastlines. It takes from those places as well. Germany does not have such wealth. I will make a video about the resource curse. Why haven't countries like Spain become wealthy, despite having an abundance of certain resources? On the channel, there is a video called Holland Disease from the Dash series. You can watch that too. Despite Spain having so much gold pouring in from America, it couldn't become wealthy. But nonetheless, the Spaniards, Portuguese, Dutch, and English, all of whom have coastlines, were able to turn the world into a colony. Germany was unable to do this as well. Germany suffered great losses in World War I, World War II, and also in World War II. Despite this, Germany has managed to accumulate wealth, and if you look at the OECD figures today, it has a surplus of $300 billion in foreign trade. I move past that. In 2020, we read about what you see around you now. Germany's budget had a surplus of 50 billion euros. They sat down and discussed the increase in martyrs. Should we implement a tax reduction? What about the 50 billion euros? Germany is in such a good position. I will take you back to earlier times, to Prussia in the 1800s. What we call Prussia is actually the state that governed the German Empire. So think of it as the core. It all starts with Otto von Bismarck. The year is 1862, King of Prussia. Wilhelm chooses Otto von Bismarck as prime minister. In his first speech to the parliament, he says, "We will rise with blood and iron." It happens that way. Otto von Bismarck is such an interesting man that he somehow binds everyone who opposes him and works towards the rise of the German nation. He directs capitalism towards the rise of industry and trade, dissolving the parliament, directly linking everything to the king, forming good relations with Russia, forming good relations with France. It provides the first customs relief and tax relief with all the German principalities. At the exact moment in Central Europe, it establishes German unity. This man is a very intelligent man. In fact, he is one of the greatest fortunes that have come to Germany. He is the one who resolved the issue between Russia and the Ottoman Empire in March 1878. Between 1870 and 1900, he united the Germans. Yes, the later reunification of East and West Germany is an important event, but this is even more significant. Customs tariff barriers are being raised around all of Germany, and the Germans are starting a successful trade within themselves. This is where the foundations of today's Germany are laid. The golden age of the rise of Germany begins in 1871, and World War I concludes in 1914. Otto von Bismarck has a tremendous impact. When the war began in 1914, yes, England was a great power, but at the same time, Germany was the world's second largest economy. So Germany is very powerful at that time. 70% of the inventions in the year 1900 came from Germans. When you go to Germany, there is a place called Museum Island. In Berlin, forget about Berlin, there is a car museum. You will love it. The Museum of Mercedes, the Museum of whatever, that is how the engine was developed. The entire museum of incredible technologies, everything is with the Germans. The Germans have developed the documentation of industry and technology. When World War II ended, there was a devastated Germany. Now, when you look at this Germany, America is taking a picture and saying, these people produce very well. They are good at technology and innovation. During World War II, so many German scientists were smuggled to America through Operation Paperclip. The reason America went to the moon is due to these German scientists. The rockets used by America were also technology stolen from the Germans by the Soviets. All fighter planes, bombers, and space technology were taken from the Germans. Now, rather than leaving such a Germany in the hands of Russia, America has not punished it. Just like Japan, it has taken ownership. America also protected Japan after World War II, as well as Germany. Today, Germany hosts 21 American bases. Therefore, Germany is not actually afraid of war at the moment. If someone attacks Germany, it will be as if they have attacked America. There are 21 American bases. The largest number of American bases in Europe is located in Germany. Therefore, Germany has no hesitation about war. Germany's #1 strength, the primary reason for its rise, is America. Let's write this down. The second reason is their hard work. German society is indeed hardworking. I will explain it to you this way. Yes, they may seem to work less. They go to work a bit earlier and leave a bit earlier. I worked on a project in Turkey with 17 Germans. We invited him to our company. He would leave when it was 5 o'clock. Initially, we talked about working hours as 5 p.m. We offered overtime, but he still didn't want it. He went on living his life. It works like clockwork. I'm very sorry, you might find this annoying, but we come in at 9 in the morning. We will start the day. We intend to read emails until 10. So, at 11:30 we say, what should I eat? We return from the meal at 12:30. Should I start with soda? At 1:30. Where are we going at 4? What are we going to do in the evening? What should I cook? There is no such thing in Germany. They work in the German race. The Turks have no adherence to rules. Germans also do not follow rules. It's a societal culture. The metro is a classic example, but we also went 3 times with the group. The conversation is this: if there are no inspectors, why are we buying tickets? The German responds as follows. He says that no one checks the ticket. Of course, there are occasional checks. The penalty is high. The German says that you need to buy a ticket to get on the train. There is no need for someone to check this. This difference in mentality shows that the Germans, who were completely devastated in World War I, were strong enough to enter World War II just 20 years later. Just think about the power of this rise. During the same period, a vast Ottoman Empire was crumbling and retreating to the geography we see today, leaving behind all the lands on the screen. When you look at Germany, they are leaders in the chemical industry. You know the companies and brands, especially in pharmaceuticals and health, as you saw during COVID. The automotive industry leads the way. They are not only leaders in production, but also in philosophy and other areas. Many prominent figures in the economy have emerged from German culture. There are 5 fundamental strengths that support Germany. 1. German industry. They hold a 20% share in gross value production. Among all G7 countries, they have the highest share. Automotive, electronics, machinery, and chemistry. 2. They are not killing the middle pillar. In other words, both the people and the companies are trying to keep those who are wealthy strong. 3. The Germany video. This is how it should be done. There are strong economic centers. When you look today, Mini is in technology, Stuttgart is in automobiles, Frankfurt is in finance, and Hamburg is known for its port and media. Many centers, like Berlin, support newly emerging companies and startups. In terms of employment, they are doing better than most countries and are trying to solve unemployment. 5. Strong foreign trade makes them the center of Europe. They coordinate so logically that they beautifully assign the Netherlands for agriculture, France for this and that, and Belgium for various purposes, that they saved a country like Greece from sinking for no reason. They have created a very nice buffer zone for their own purposes. The economic miracle, known as Wirtschaftswunder, indeed has a share from America. But today, the strength of Germany also comes from adhering to the rules it has set for itself. After the reunification of East and West Germany in 1990, they experienced a difficult 15 years. It was not easy to rebuild, and strengthen an East Germany that had come from the Russians, and to gather the decaying factories there. But right now, you see a graph on the screen. Look, in 2004, the issue of unemployment was very high in Germany, and by 2017, it had decreased significantly. Look at other countries. They have all increased. In 2004, the budget in Germany was negative, while today it is positive. In all other countries, the budget has also decreased from negative, but has not turned positive. This is how Germany has risen impressively. You will rarely see, if ever, tax amnesty events in Germany, because everyone pays their taxes. And let me take you to the year 1927 at this point. In this dream team lineup of 29 legendary scientists that you see on the screen, there are either German scientists or scientists who worked for Germany, as well as individuals who were later transferred to America on a pay-per-clip basis. One day I will tell you about wealthy German families in a video, and you will be amazed. One last thing, Germany learned a lesson from the departure of Hitler, a dictator who came to power through elections in 1933. Germany learned a lesson from the departure of a dictator elected by the people's vote, and it will not fall into such a situation again. This is how Germany rose.